beautiful people, and welcome to our Sunday, March 28th hangout. Is the last one of March, and then we move into April. So I thought I would just kick off today with a couple of things that I'm going to focus on today, and then hopefully that will help you. And then I also have a question that I would like some of your feedback on this morning. So the first one is, I'm gonna I think Margot's not gonna be expecting this, but I'm going to share the event that I created using Margot's beautiful picture. So Margot made this spring cleanup picture. And what I have done is gone onto my Facebook business page, not my personal page. So it's actually set up right now. It's interacting as me, but it's actually set up on the Free to Be Girls page. I created an event, and that, like, the actual creation of this event took me like, a minute, 2 minutes, because I had everything done, right? Obviously, if I was making a picture, but I just used the beautiful one that Margot already had. And then what I will do today, so I put in like just a little brief description. Well, that reminded me, there was one other thing that I would recommend everyone do. A brief description, and then I am going to go and invite. So I will have the opportunity to invite 499 friends. So I will literally just click on invite. If you make it from your Facebook business page, you actually have to change it to interacting as yourself, and then you can invite. If it's on here on my business page, it actually doesn't give me the opportunity. I can just share it. When I'm interacting as myself, then I can invite. So I'm going to go invite 499 friends. What I have included on here is I did a video last week, a Fit Club video. This is something that I've done, kind of tried to do every month, but over the past few months, it's been harder to do. So I made a quick video that explains everything about what it is that we do. I did it vertical. Normally YouTube, you would do the wide way, but I did it vertical because it's on my IGTV. I know on my IGTV, it's not going to get a ton of views, but the reason that I wanted to put it on my IGTV is Instagram doesn't like it when you send people off of Instagram, even in a message, right? So if I am sending someone a message and I want to give them the information about our Fit Club, about the April event, I need some sort of resource to send them that will keep them on Instagram if I want Instagram liking me, right? So I wanted to put this on there knowing that most people are not going to watch it because it's 7 minutes long and people don't have the attention span to watch something 7 minutes long. But when I do have that person that says, I'm interested, I would like some more information, then I just share this video to them in a direct message so that I'm not taking them off of Instagram. Instagram likes that better. In the description of this video here, I also have it on YouTube because on Facebook I send it. I will also be doing an email blast, so I wanted to have it on YouTube. On this bit.ly here form, this is the one, it's got a little bit more information. So this is the first form it would take them to. So then they would fill that out. It would come to me as a conversation. When they say yes, then I have the form that Max created. That's like the almost there form. So it's really simplified process of getting people. I invite them to the event. I send them some sort of video or a document. You could create a document, a PDF, really simple in Google Docs. And then if you're in Google Docs, all you have to do is go file. I think it's like download as PDF, right? And it will create it into a PDF that then you can send to somebody else. So that one, you can use that. And that's kind of going to be my focus for today, moving them into this event that is starting on April 5th. All right, so super simplified process. You do not have to go create a video today. I know for some people that's very overwhelming. Maybe have that PDF that's available that explains, or use some of those on Vimeo. That if you go to Team Beachbody on Vimeo, there's actually some really good, like, what do they call them? Like Sizzler videos, where it explains what bod groups is, where it explains what Shakeology is, where it explains the program. So it simplifies it for you, and you still have that resource that you can send to someone, okay? So that's number one that I'm gonna work on. Number two is, and I will get this to you today, is the April posting ideas is coming out. So I am going to go through, and I just have this, I actually got it from NLC, but all it is like a monthly calendar. That's it. Like, it's not anything special. I would obviously get something different for me next time, because this one is American and American dates. But what I do is I go through and I make like a plan for the month, and I do this all at one time. So I know for, you know, up until Monday, Tuesday, I'm going to be talking so much about Fit Club, right? Like, so much, trying to get people interested in that. And so this is my March one. So I need to plan out my April. So I will go through here, and I will start putting in those kind of ideas. So like Fit Club, I will put Fit Club kicks off, and I will like give myself some notes so that when I go to plan my day in my like day timer, it's already done for me. I don't have to think about it. I can create content really easy if I know what I'm gonna do. And do I get it done every single day? No, I don't get it done every single day, but at least I've gone through and given myself kind of that head start on what my month is gonna look like. So then I will likely stop inviting to the Fit Club. I'm talking about it so much, maybe around like the 7th or 8th. And then I'm going to transition into coaching and talking about coaching, because our next webinar is on the 17th. So the free workout and what is coaching webinar is on April 17th at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You are welcome. You are welcome to invite anyone who is interested, even if it's just someone who wants to try the workout. They don't have to stay for the webinar. Likely they will stay for the webinar. I had someone who stayed for the webinar, signed up as a client, and on Thursday signed up as a coach. So so they may stay, but just giving that, like talking about it, right? So that will be on Saturday, April 17th. And then once that's over, then the rest of my month will be talking about Fit Club. I am thinking I'm going to try and plan some sort of free group in there. So I will look at, you know, what sort of comes to mind, even if it's just a quick 3-day one, on something that I'm going to be working on this month. And I'll go through it that way. So those are my 2 plans for today that I am going to work on. What I need from you all is, I'm hosting the team call on Tuesday. So that's the 3rd thing I have to get ready for today is the team call. And what I wanted to do was, I know we have tons of resources in there, and I say tons of resources, it's overwhelming. Like we have to repeat the topics that we do in a team call, because they get buried. People aren't searching. There's so many new people that come in. So of course we're going to repeat some of the topics. So I don't want to list off the objections that people have when you start talking to them. What I want to do is kind of get inside the objection, if that makes sense. So when someone says, you know, I don't have the money. When someone says, I don't have the time. When someone ghosts you, what does that mean? When someone, so I'm curious what sort of objections you all experience when you are talking to people. And by objections, it can be even objections that we have in our own head, right? A fear of like putting that out there, and how will someone perceive? So I would like to work through some of those on the call on Tuesday. So if you have any suggestions for me off the top of your head, I would really, really appreciate it. And that's my spiel for this morning. So you are all welcome to unmute, ask questions, and if you can share some of your thoughts on that for me, that would be wonderful. Greatly appreciate it.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I know you can't see me because you don't want to see me right now.
Okay.
I'm still in bed.
That's all right.
So my question is, so the event that you're inviting people to, this is not a free group. This is trying to get people into our September Fit Club.
April.
Sorry, did I say September?
Yeah. was like, well, you missed the whole summer, and that
The
I'm
summer
not going
was
to handle
great.
that
Did
well.
everyone enjoy it? God, that was a great
No.
summer. So summerable, I've forgotten it already. So it's to invite everybody in. So all the posts and etc. was the stuff that, like, kind of what we've been putting in our bod group like last month.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So all we're doing is putting the event out, inviting people, then we send them the form if they have interest.
Yeah.
And if they have further out, then we send them the other form that I made.
Yeah. So I
And
think
then-
I think the only step that I would have that's missing in there, so you invite them to, you create
the
event,
video.
you invite, then you have something to create something to share with them about what it is, whether it's
Okay.
a PDF, whether it's the sizzle videos from Beachbody, whether it's a video that you make yourself.
Okay.
That's the only thing, because and yes, that's time consuming in the beginning, but that's going to save me time for the whole month.
Right.
Right. So having that resource, and I think it's really important, like, especially for me, when I think now about my forms that I sent to people, I hadn't looked at them in 6, 7, 8 months. And then I realized, like, there were videos on there that were so outdated and things like that. It's a good habit to get into, like, once a month or once every 2 months, just so that you stay refreshed on what it is we're actually sending to people. Because I was like talking about, I think on the last one I was talking about like December Fit Club or something. I'm like, oh my God, I can't send that to someone. I didn't even realize that that's what I had there. So yeah, that would be the only thing, is have something that you're going to send them so that you can generate more conversation, you know, and then the form in there, and then your form.
So then when they eventually come in, they're coming in partway through the month or whatever. So they're not going to see obviously everything for April, because we're promoting it in April for April.
Right. Well, we're promoting it right now. Ultimately, I'm a week behind with it. I should have done it last week, but
Right. Okay.
getting it done now is better than not doing it at all.
For sure.
So,
and where do we get the graphic from, Margot? Margot's
going to post it in the freshman free to be chat for us all to have.
Okay.
Right.
Way to go, Margot.
I'm not sure if she is.
Yes, she is.
She's holding the power right now.
Well,
so I'm
she
not
is
sure
holding the
what I'm
power,
gonna
except
do.
I have it, so I could share it.
So
okay, thanks.
Going back to what Max just asked. So when you invite your 499 people, I know you do it in alphabetical, right? You do A to C, whatever, however
no,
many.
It won't let me make those lists anymore. I was only ever able to make an A to C list, and I have not been able to figure out how to make another list.
Oh, okay. So you just
yeah,
randomly
sometimes
pick
if I'm feeling really lazy, I invite them to, like, I go to an old event that I hosted and invite people from that. But then I find I'm just keep inviting the same people to them. So I'm trying to do it. But when you have like 4,000 Facebook friends, it's like a little overwhelming to, you know.
I know.
Yeah. Maybe I should do that though, is just start at letter D and do D through whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So now, and then I need to watch that video that you post in there, because you invite people say they're going, or they say maybe, but then they don't know that this costs money. They don't know that they have to buy something.
I think I actually talked about cost in this video.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
I did. I think I said that we will get you started with a package that ranges in price from $140 US to up to 500, depending on, and that's a yearly cost, depending on your goals and what you need. And that's a conversation that we are going to have together. So I think I actually mentioned it this time in my video.
And is that video in your event?
The video is in my event, and it is on my Instagram with a great quote. Yeah.
Okay.
So you'll invite us to your event so that we can copy everything you do?
Yeah, I can for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, could you?
Because I cannot give out my creative talents and genius without stealing everything from you. So
of course. Yeah, for sure. I can definitely invite you to the event.
Okay, because I would like to maybe try to do a video. Maybe we'll see. I want to watch yours and see what you say. But
Margo,
also
you're a pro on video these days.
yeah, right. But also I do still like that 3-minute video that basically is that woman who just says, you know, they start with a shake, they show the food, they show the workouts, they show the community. It's actually really good. It's only 3 minutes. So we'll see if I can do it, or maybe even I intro that, take a minute and intro that video or something. Here's what our group does. There's many variations of this, but we can talk about it after. Please watch this video, blah, whatever.
Or would
I don't
you
know.
say we should be sharing that video after they say they're interested? Not in the group.
In the group, what group? Sorry.
Well, you're saying, like Margo's saying, have it in the event, and I kind
I
of
do have it in the event.
You know, the Beachbody sizzle video.
You could.
Yeah, that's a good point.
That you could. I think that this is where I feel like there's such a I don't know, I'm missing the word. Where, you know, we hear about don't talk about Beachbody, don't post about Shakeology, don't post about 21 Day Fix, don't post about, and it almost creates this fear to even ever say it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like I caught myself in the first webinar we hosted mentioning it, and I was like, oh shit, was I supposed to say that? Like in the actual webinar, that's the thought that went through my head. Why? Like, why have we now created, it's the same with posting on Instagram. We hear so much about how it needs to be this beautiful photo that we create this fear to even post, right? So I just feel like we need to get out of our heads there, and people need to see what it is that we do, and it's Beachbody. Like, we represent this amazing company that is working super hard to create programs that touch everyone's lives, you know, and I don't think that's something to like shy away from. Obviously, I'm not posting every selfie with like my bod in the background or my Shakeology shaker cup, personally, because I think it's ugly. I don't want a picture like with my shaker cup. I like my cute straw and my glass jar, and I just think sometimes we need to get out of our heads there and not have that fear of talking about Beachbody. And the great thing about the Vimeo videos is that they don't take people anywhere. There's no, when you go to YouTube and you look up a video on the side, that why I quit Beachbody, why MLMs suck, why blah, blah, blah on YouTube on the side. And that's all you see. On Vimeo, you're not going to see that. So when you're sending someone to Vimeo, they're going to only see the Team Beachbody channel. They might click on stuff and find a free workout, and they might find another sizzle video. And so I think you're pretty safe when you send someone there. Just my thoughts, right? I wouldn't worry too much about it. If you're not ready to make a video yourself, have something there that explains what it is. Have a document that you create. Make sure your face is present in there so they know that it's you, but do the thing anyway, right? Instead of worrying about, oh, it says Beachbody.
Well, it's no different than Peloton. Peloton blasts their stuff all over the place.
Exactly. And
right?
they don't
so people know right away what they're talking about. They're talking about Peloton.
Yeah. And they don't get a coach with it, right? And I think that's what is like such a huge difference, is they don't have that support. They don't have that, you know, hey, this.
If you don't turn on your video, do you even know, does anyone notice that you've never, you know, actually pressed play on a Peloton video?
Yeah, exactly. So
it was funny. I had somebody, might have even been my niece or something, arguing, or somebody was arguing with me about the Peloton thing. And yeah, they do. They have the instructors. You're there and you're working out and the instructor is talking to you and stuff. And I'm thinking, it's not the same. It's not, in my opinion, it's not the same as having a group of 100 people that are regular people, just who are all working out and cheering each other on, who are all ages, all of that. And we're all just regular people. We're not a flippin' instructor. But I mean, I might as well go to a class.
Too.
Huh?
We have instructors too.
No, I know that.
Autumn,
what
Amoila, Joel.
Yeah.
Right? Like
no,
we have those too. So we have that step up, because not only do we have the instructor, we have the person that is connecting you with that instructor and with the resources and supporting you and right. So look at the key.
Yeah, no, I know. I was just thinking more of like, it's almost like we're all going to a workout together. Like we're all going and meeting at Fitness World and doing a workout, because when I did go, took my group fitness training or whatever, and I had to do some evaluating of some workouts or some classes, there was a real, everybody in the class before the class, hey, how's it going? How are you doing, Jane? Did you do this? They're all chatting and that's what I'm saying. It's the people that are in the class, which is all of us, cheering each other on and showing up. That is valuable, as opposed to just the instructor and the person working out showing up. The people that are in the class together, showing up together. I like that anyways. It's accountability.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I would love, I don't know, Allison, if you feel comfortable, but Allison, Crystal, I mean, even Brittany and Olena just texted me a bunch of objections that she's been getting. If you wouldn't mind sharing some of the, like, Sergeline, Ashley, like the common things that come up when you are talking to people, or if you're not even at that point yet and feeling comfortable, what gets in your head? Like, what is the thing that I would love to know that just for the call on Tuesday. With these calls, we want to provide you guys with, I don't want you to just watch a call. I want you to like have some tools and walk away from it feeling supported, right? So we would like to gear them towards what you're all feeling you need. So
can I just say one thing? I was just going to say about the difference, and I think what Margot is saying is the instructor is calling, hey, Tamara, great job, nice to see you, where Beachbody doesn't have that. But what Beachbody has is saying, Tamara emailing Maxine and saying, hey, haven't seen you do a workout lately, everything okay? So it's the accountability when you're in the class to feel like you're in a live class with the instructor notices you're there, but there's no instructor noticing you're not there. That's the difference. I like that. That's where Beachbody is different. They know, so yes, you can be noticed when you're there, but what happens when you're not there? Who's keeping you accountable when you don't press play, when you don't show up to a workout? Right. Like in a real life situation, you might phone your workout buddy and say, hey, I haven't seen you in class, everything okay? But how much is that truly happening in a Peloton situation? Right. So I think that's how we determine the difference between Beachbody versus like a Peloton live instructor calling you out while the workout is going on. Anyway, that was all I wanted to say. I love that. Who's noticing you're not there? Yeah. I like thinking about it. If you step back for a second and I think about myself in both of those situations, yeah, it would feel great in class to hear my name, right? When someone calls you in class, it's like, you feel, yeah, it just gives you that like, oh, cool. But it would be way more meaningful to me to have someone reach out and say, I haven't seen you in a few days. Is everything okay? You know, that I would feel way more connected than just that initial little hit of my name. And I've been getting that a lot as I've been reaching out to people. How many I've been almost surprised and said, thanks so much for reaching out. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for, you know, and I think that is where we differ, is that it's that personal, hey, I'm checking in. I have not, and that's where Bod Group is. That's why I try to comment on everybody's workout. Hey, great workout. You know, and that's the personal side that we bring to Beachbody. Anyway, also, the biggest thing that we have to offer that Peloton doesn't is the food, the nutrition, like that. And depending on a person's goals, if it is weight loss or fat loss or whatever you want to call it, nutrition is the key, as we all know. And I don't know if Peloton cheers people on with their food or teaches them what to eat, how to eat, when to eat, gives them grocery lists, menus. Like it's funny because you post something about fitness on a post or whatever, and people get all excited about fitness. Nobody thinks about the food. And I used to be the same because I used to love fitness. So if I saw a fitness post, I wanted to do fitness, but I also
at my age, I needed to shred, lose some fat. So, and that was the food, which I never really think about or never did.
Yeah, for sure. And it
And
teaches
now we
healthy
also have like, unstressed. So, because a lot of people think like, sometimes we, like you guys also say that some people, they just need to work on their mind first before they can work on their body and nutrition and everything. So like, and then that's one of the objections that I'm suffering anxiety and this because I'm just started a new this teaching job. And I said, well, there is unstressed, there is a program that meditation that you can take, or like Clarissa told me once, you can try unstressed. And I started my day with unstressed, and it makes me feel better and makes me feel go through the day so much easier. So that's a value that we provide with Beachbody as well.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah, mindset, something that can free someone. We have a client that she was our our client in the, excuse me, like in our beginning. Actually, I met her mom at daycare. She joined us like DPT times, and now she is back. And the first week, second week, she's doing amazing. And then I checked in with her now, because now I'm trying like to kind of do like what Sarah does, like have joy with the clients too. So some people I want to like work closely, and we have like chats on WhatsApp. So I asked how she was doing, and she's like, I'm struggling. And I was like, okay. And then Tamara said, okay, let's do a call. So we did a video call. So basically her mindset was not ready. She has like stuff from the past, from her life, that was not getting her to just commit to herself, like lots of stuff, lots of demons that she was fighting. And like, it was awesome because she actually like, it was kind of like a counseling session. She actually opened up, and then I shared my experience, and Tamara shared hers, and she was able to like to work on her own, and now she's going to see someone, and she's been working out since then. So some people, they need to like be ready with their mind too. Otherwise it's like, they're never going to get to the place. It's crazy. Like to see her talking to us and sharing that. And I was like, oh my God, it's not that simple. Just like listen to a book. There's stuff that they have to work through someone like a professional.
Yeah, it was a really interesting conversation with her, because it was it kind of hit me halfway through. Like one of the things that was paralyzing her was she couldn't handle the muscle soreness of working out. And the reason that she couldn't handle the muscle soreness is she was carrying so much pain already, like mental and emotional, and the physical pain of the after workout was just too much. It was like that she just couldn't. And I never would have thought about that before from that, like how why not? Like it's going to make you feel better in the long run. But in that moment, she couldn't push play because life was just too heavy, and there was too much sadness and too much hurt, that it was that one thing that she couldn't make her body hurt too. Right. So yeah, it was really interesting. So just knowing, like, and being open to those conversations with people about getting really raw and getting really deep. And we aren't selling eyelashes and things that just kind of make you feel good in the 5 minutes you're wearing it, right? We're promoting something that takes time, it takes work, and so many people have such different and varying experiences when it comes to their health, and things that they grew up with. It's really hard to watch my parents. My dad just turned 69. And I know in the next 10 years, he's going to age so fast because they do not take care of themselves. They don't eat like shit, but they don't exercise. They don't, like, there's nothing. So yeah, it's an interesting, human beings are an interesting species. We're very intelligent, yet also really dumb.
There is another client of mine. Of course, they have to be ready and to be open to like let that shit go, whatever they're carrying. And there's another one that I really want her to do that. But like she's been struggling like I used to struggle in my past. And I watch her because it's like she's the version of me, but older. And I really want her. But every time I message her, she's like, oh, I'm okay. I'm doing well. And I was like, okay, she's not ready. She's not ready to kind of like open up and say what's like holding her back. anyways, she started like amazing September, and then she went to a trip, and then anyway, she tried Weight Watchers, I think like started in March. And I know because I work for her granddaughter, so I know that she's making cookies and delicious bread and all that, and the granddaughters get it, so I know a Weight Watchers also is not happening right now. So I just like one day that she's just gonna be able to like leave her load and just focus on this, because yeah, they need to be ready, and they need to be ready to open up and leave that behind. Otherwise, you're just gonna be like carrying all this for the rest of your life.
Mhm.
So I really want her. I have hope for her. She's gonna open up, not just say, "Oh, well, I'm doing okay. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm well."
I don't know what I was just thinking of. Yeah. For some
One
reason.
of the things for your call thing I was gonna say is a lot of people lately will be like super interested and like want to do it and be like, you know, like give me all the information, and they like want you to send them everything all the way down to the shared cart, and then they're like, okay, thanks, and then that's it.
Yeah.
Like, and then they just like leave it there. Like they're super interested and like nice the whole time, but then you're almost thinking like maybe they just did that so that someone will stop asking them. You know what I mean?
I do think people panic in the moment of signing up. I think they, can I do this? I mean, there's so much there that you don't know, right? Because we only walk in our own shoes, so we don't know what they've been through, and we don't know what is in their way. And I have hundreds of share carts sitting there that have been not viewed or viewed and still just sitting there, like hundreds of them. So something happens in that step that they end up talking themselves out of it, and then they will come up with something. Oh, I don't have the money right now. That's the easy go-to, is I don't have the money. Everyone, I mean, there's very few people that don't have the $140 or $160 for 1 year to work on themselves. Very few people that don't have that. I'm not saying it doesn't exist, but it's that, will I show up? Will I actually commit to this? Will I do this? And in on one hand, I almost think sometimes it's too cheap, because like I've had someone go from Beachbody that now is doing Peloton. She canceled her Beachbody account and she's doing Peloton, and I'm like, okay, I don't get that at all. $4,000 or whatever for a bike, and then $40 a month, $50 a month for your programs. Like, is it just that financial piece is going to make you show up more? It's easy to sweep Beachbody under the rug because you only paid $140 or $160, you know? So it's interesting. It's an interesting process. It can be really frustrating for sure for us, but it almost makes us like have to try and step into someone else's shoes. Okay, so like, what is it what did I miss in this process, in this conversation with this person that stopped them from doing it? And I think that, like, for me, from my experience, I have to take it slow. There isn't one person, oh, I shouldn't say that. Maybe like 5 to 10 people in the 6 years that we have coached that go through it within like 30 seconds. Like, unless it's like a really good friend, you know, it is such a process of getting someone there. And I will not even send a share cart until I'm certain that they're actually gonna sign up. So in most cases, because there is that block, you know.
And there is the other side too. They did in the past with us, they left. And I have a friend that she went actually like to a personal trainer, and she was doing it with a personal trainer. She was full on, and she already had a like fantastic transformation with Beachbody. And she reached out to me a while ago, and she said, I think I want to go back to Beachbody. And I was like, oh, that would be awesome. And she's like, yeah, the personal training is just too much money and this and that. So I sent her to Tamara's account this week. And she even asked about the refresh, because I did the refresh. And she's like, oh, tell me more. And then Eduardo was here, my best friend, and he did. So he jumped in on my voice message and he shared his results on the message. So she got the whole package, equipment, the 9-week control freak, and she got the refresh. So the people are watching us. And the other lady that I was talking that to Mary and I had the video call, she said that she wanted to come back because she's been watching our journey. And it's like, it's not that I was like big, but she said like how you toned and how like your body's transforming. And like, I love watching your journey. So she said like, I need this in my life. That's how she came back again to us. So yeah, it's so just be consistent. They will come back too. And if they go, you know, do personal training or whatever, or even Peloton, maybe they're going to come back because it was just too much money.
We are all just basically like little mini gyms. We're little mini fitness gym owners. We are fitness franchise owners. And some people will go to Trevor Linden's gym. Some people will go to the corner gym. Some people do Peloton. Some people go for a run. Some people will get a personal trainer. Just if we just keep on your own path, keep on your own fitness path, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. And people will come, the right people will come to you, and the others, whatever, they'll just watch and say la vie. But we don't, I'm here, I am saying all this stuff. And then meanwhile, if somebody doesn't join me, I'm like, what? Why? I'm awesome.
It's normal, it's normal, Margot.
Yeah.
It's part of the journey. But I just feel like what you're saying, since last year, since quarantine happened, and I actually like, I am in Canada, and I'm like, even like doing the new releases and like really follow the nutrition, like, and I tried the 3-day refresh that I never tried like in 5 years. People are really like, wow, she's really committed to her journey. So people are like drawn to me again, you know, just back on the wagon. Basically, they feel like, oh, she's really like on her journey now. And it's not like even like how I look. It's just like, wow, I want to do that. I want to show up for myself.
And I think there's a couple of reasons for the disappointment. A, we have business goals, and that's okay, right? You can have business goals, but B, we all really like helping people, and we all really know how much this has helped us. So you want to pay that forward, and it's okay that you have both of those reasons of disappointment or sadness, and wish them well on their journey. And the more love that you send, the more likely they are to come back. So. Right.
And one thing that I think you guys have to focus is, okay, that didn't happen. Kind of let it go. There's a meditation that I do is say, I release, I let it go. So breathe in, breathe out, I let it go, and move on to the next one, because somebody else is waiting to be helped. They need this. Maybe that person is not ready. We have, like Tamara shared, tons of share cards that didn't go through. So, but it's like, it's kind of like a numbers game at the end of the day. So you go to the next person, you go to the next person. Maybe they're not ready. They'll be ready one day, and you don't want to be waiting the 3 years. Maybe it's going to take 3 years for them. There's like my boss from daycare. It took her 6 years to sign up. So you don't want to be waiting 6 years until the person signs up, right? So just go to the next person. Just go, keep having conversations.
I've got a woman, I'm going to have to go off of this call. So because I'm going to talk to her, and she has been the exact same. It's been about a year. Her mother sadly passed away, but she had excuse after excuse. I went to school with her of why she wasn't ready. Finally, she said she'll talk to me, and she said, if you are quick, don't mind my crazy unshowered hair. I am good now. So now she wants to talk. So isn't that funny how things happen?
Let's do a quick picture. So I don't know if Brittany, if you want to come back, if she can. There she is. All right. Oh, Max, you're there.
You missed me.
I saw you.
Like
I missed
peekaboo.
you.
Yeah.
We're done? That's it? We only got you for like 2 seconds, hey? That's fine. Yeah, so just if you can all send me, Allison, did you want to share or write, or Crystal shared in the chat some of hers, so I don't know if you had a chance to look at those. Olena sent me some of her objections. If you have other ones that are on your mind, please let me know. I'm going to be working on it later today, and I would love to know just some of those things that pop up, even if it's in our own head, right? Cool. And I will work on that today. And other than that, Margot, please share your beautiful photo. I will invite you to my event. Okay. And I just highly recommend you have some sort of plan for the month and some sort of system for inviting to that event. I think having a Facebook event to invite to is really, when I think about how we hit Success Club in the beginning and how we just grew that momentum, it was 2 events a month, 1 free event, 1 paid event, and inviting. And then because you're inviting, you get all those conversations that keep coming.
Actually, sorry, one more point to that point. There's this guy, I keep telling people about him, JT Cox, who I still follow on Instagram. He's from Kentucky. And when I very first started on the Empower Squad, he was one of the first guys I listened to on a national wake up call. And he's just, when I first watched him about a year or so ago, he had 2,000 followers on Instagram. Now he's got 6,000 and something. Like, he's just going crazy with it. And him and his wife just had a baby, and they've got a cute little dog, and like, it's just like the picture perfect. His dad's not well, but he's working a full-time job, plus he's doing Beachbody. Anyway, he is posting on his Instagram almost daily a talk, and he talks about the 3 groups that he has running. One is a specific, they're all doing the same workout. One is an ongoing group, like what we're doing with our little fit clubs or whatever. And one is a 1 week long free group. So for people, and I think the way he said it, I don't know whether it's clean week, but he gives people 7 free workouts to do. And so he's got 3 groups and he does them consistently. I know it's a lot of work, but that's what he talks about on his Instagram is there's 3 options to get involved.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, ladies. Well, that was a great one this morning. So thank you. Good luck with your chat this morning, Margot. Everyone have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, and we will see you in April. Well, no, we'll see you on some of the calls this week. Okay? Have a good one. Love you all.